Victoria 3 is a game all about the Industrial Revolution, economics, and making players want to do something else. With aspects and ideas such as laissez-faire economics coming up around at this time period, economies began to grow exponentially. However, what if we didn't do that? What if we took the means to expand and just got rid of it? This is Great Britain No Construction Sector Challenge. I will consider this challenge a win if I can go 20 years without having France overtake me in GDP, or have anyone that isn't already above me surpass me. Research is going to be very, very important for this, since I can't, build new things. I have to make sure everything is as efficient as possible. So I'm going to start out with modern sewage, because it gives us more infrastructure. And remember, we can't build any infrastructure. No railways, no ports, no nothing. Now, we do have a default 5 construction, and that's all going to get used for private construction. So we might end up with a few ports or railways, but I'm not going to be the one building them. Since we're not constructing anything, we can just get rid of all of the taxes, all of them. There, good. Actually, no. Yeah, that's good. As for laws, we're playing as Britain, so we're pretty good already. However, I want to go down to cultural exclusion at some point. It's going to radicalize the church right now, so I'm not going to do it quite yet. And also do more voting and stuff. Also public schools, but that's not required. Now, I could do some wacky stuff like anarchy, single-party state, maybe even a technocracy. However, I do believe you need to do certain researches for this, and also the inner American patriot in me just can't bring myself to do it. So let's start the game. There's going to be a lot of waiting, I believe. The Opium Wars. I'll be honest, it's number 7 on the list of things I need to start exporting. And I honestly really just don't care that much. So yeah, we can stop exporting opium to China. I am quite the benevolent ruler, aren't I? Sure, why not? Oh, it looks like they canceled trade route anyway, so that was kind of pointless, wasn't it? God save the Queen. First thing I did was get rid of almost all the taxes. And there's almost 500,000 people already radicalized because of standard of living. Like, I literally cannot do much more to help you. Charles Dickens has appeared. Cultural exclusion. So I haven't mentioned exactly how the strategy is going to work. So we can't make our GDP increase by constructing buildings. So the only way we're going to be able to do this is by taking stuff from other people. This is an economic model I came up with called stealing. And as you might imagine, it can be pretty effective sometimes. Ordinarily, you'd be like, oh, I need to start building more farms, get more food and stuff. Or you can look over here, look at like Egypt or something. They produce a lot of food here. And you can just be like, hey, instead of building it, why don't I just take this? I always do the same thing. Let's do an autocracy. All the power to my queen. And look at that. We just take whatever we want. And if we look at the GDP graph, our GDP has gone up a little bit. Now we just gotta do this like 100 more times and we'll be perfect. Only got 17 more in-game years of this. And we are already pretty infamous. And our standard of living is going down. And we have 3 million radicals in the country. Only 600,000 of those are from Egypt. So apparently me trying to do an autocracy has it's causing a lot of radicalization. So let's actually not do that this time. Who would have thought people would get upset when you take away their right to vote? It appears that Charles Dickens wants to enact migration controls. I have abolished taxes, as much as I can anyway. Free trade. This might cause a revolution, we'll see. The radical situation is getting pretty out of hand, so I'm going to invest a little bit into a police force. Look at this. Through stealing, I've actually risen the ranks in GDP. I've surpassed Russia. Taking stuff from other people is a lot more effective than I was actually thinking at first. But what if I was able to materialize GDP out of nowhere, such as by colonizing? Now, this state has nothing in it, and it has a GDP of 4.31k. There, magically, out of nowhere. I think I want to absorb Norway all of a sudden. And maybe Navsfjorden as well. And we're at 94 infamy after just 2 demands. Okay, let's slow down a little bit. Reparations, more reparations. Let's also liberate Jan Mayen as well. Why not? Yikes, France has gotten involved. Don't have enough maneuvers to humiliate them, so I guess war reparations will have to do. It's free money, so how can you say no to that? You see, this is a big problem because they have a comparably large fleet to us. We have about twice as much, but you remember, we can't build any more ships. But they have a larger army than us, and we don't have a quality advantage or anything, so this might be difficult. All right, this is gonna suck. Looks like the French are immediately trying to do something here. We have free trade, but we are losing. I'm starting to think this may have been a bad idea. It appears that Mr. Hugo is up here in the Arctic, you know, fighting like I asked him to, but he's also down here protecting against a naval invasion. Portugal would like to join our customs union. Why not? The Swedes have invaded Washington and Oregon. All right, we've gotten Svealand and we've gotten Western Norway. However, France still wants to do stuff apparently. Never mind, we got a white peace with them. Awesome. So that's giving us about 2 million GDP. We won't be able to do any warring anytime soon though because of the infamy. We have absorbed construction sectors from people we've taken over. That's not okay. Unfortunately, because of that, it looks like some people managed to start constructing a few things. However, they're only going to have this 5 construction. So I think I alleviated that as best as I could. So right now I got the game playing right here. I'm just kind of waiting for stuff to happen, you know, infamy to decay, all that. So while we're waiting, I thought I'd ask you guys a question. If you had one wish, let's say you find a genie in like a public bathroom or something, all right? There's a genie and it'll grant you one wish. This genie will grant you one wish, but it has to be an evil wish and you have to use it. If you don't use it, then you die. What is the evil wish that you will have granted? For example, one person I asked said that they would make parking awful at every event. Another person said that they would make everybody's socks just a little bit damp. His exact words were just damp enough so that you'd question changing your socks, but like not enough that you'd like actually do it. Another person said they'd give everyone ass sweat. Hold on one second, a random event appeared. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say on that. What is your evil wish? Let me know in the comments. Given that we can't construct anything, I think reinforced concrete would be a great investment. Another great investment is the ad that YouTube put in the video right now. You know, I didn't even think about this before, but I can like just start importing stuff. I've got absolutely no idea why I didn't think of this before, but yeah, that would be really, really helpful, especially since I did free trade for that exact purpose. You see, usually when I play a nation like Britain or something really big, I usually, you know, I play very tall. I try to do everything inside the country itself because it's more profitable for me. But in this specific situation, yeah, I can import stuff, and I didn't even think about that. I'm starting to think I might be getting bad at this game. Enough about that, though. Let's get back to no construction, maximum GDP challenge. Shocker, shocker, French joined in again. Not the ideal situation for me, but I guess it makes for a more interesting video. Guess who forgot to mobilize the generals? Me. RIP Denmark. Ah, there we go. Denmark is gone, and France is launching a naval invasion against us. Oh no. Get rid of the new construction sector we've inherited. We have landed in Brittany. Ah, and they have invaded us from behind. This is not an ideal situation. However, they will agree to a white peace. Awesome, that almost got completely out of hand. There's a mosquito somewhere in this room right now, and I cannot find it. And it keeps biting me. It's chewing on me. It is draining me alive. It is feasting on me right now, and I cannot find it. Now, to those of you out there that have played this game, whenever you look at your artillery page in the trade menu, does it always look like this? Because every time I play this game, it always looks like this. And I can't do anything about it. Like, I understand, you know, it's a good, you can trade it, but like, Jesus Christ. Why do I need to give away all of my artillery to everyone? Now, what if I invaded Morocco? Yes, this is definitely what the developers intended in this game. Spain is out of the picture. Awesome. 1856. It has been 20 years, and I have not only managed to keep everyone from surpassing me in GDP, but I have also managed to overtake Russia in GDP. Simply by taking stuff from people. This shows that the economic model in which you simply steal is actually quite effective. If you have any other challenges you want to see me do in this game, or if you want to tell me what your evil wish is, you can let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, you can also leave a like and even consider subscribing. That's it. Bye.